Welcome back. You're watching Soundscan, the show where we introduce you to the hottest musicians right here in your region. It's time for our Live Wire segment where we talk to industry professionals about their experiences in the music business. This week we met up with Real Rock 99.3's Kirby Ray, and he tells us what local musicians need to know to make it in the music industry.
Kirby Ray from Real Rock 99.3 and also from the band Emaciation locally here in Cape Girardeau. Really love to help support the local music scene, and I'm glad that you guys want to do the same thing. Real Rock 99.3, it's Kirby Ray, and we're supporting the local scene here on Real Rock 993. Well, for the local bands here in Cape Girardeau, they have the Rage Station with the college. They do get some local bands who are, able to be played on there, and a lot of people here, and a lot of people really, like to support the local bands on the radio, so that's a great thing with the college station. With Real Rock 99.3, we've got a local scene page there where people can go submit show dates, and we'll mention those on the air. They don't so much get airplay there, but it's a very valuable tool for them to be able to do that. I think that, radio can really help out. Bands can be promoted like Port Cape shows that happen. Doc down there always promotes the shows on the radio, so, certain places that you play, you're going to be able to get promotion on the radio, and I think any way you can help promote yourself is a good thing. Well, there's the best thing that I like to do is network with the other bands, find out, where they're playing at, find out what music they've got out, where they're recording this, and that's a good thing to start with, is to get to a studio and get something recorded. Then you can give it to the clubs around town or give it to the other bands, and that's going to get your foot in the door at a lot of clubs, especially a lot of times it's who you know. If you know a guy that plays at Rude Dog or another club like that, you can ask his band how'd they get in, what'd they get paid. That's a good way to do it. And it seems every year there's more and more clubs in Cape for these bands to play at. And of course the outdoor festival, the City of Roses Festival, is great. And at the City of Roses Fest, it's a good chance to network because you got 30 to 40 bands down there, and you can touch base with all these guys. And sometimes they're from out of town. You can go play Fayetteville or Memphis or Nashville, St. Louis. And to network with other bands is really a smart move because you bring them to your town, play a show, do a show trade, and go play St. Louis or other towns. And it is good to play a lot of shows in Cape if that's what you want to do, but our band and a lot of other bands prefer to go and, Dirty 30s, they go play New York. Steer Jockey does tours of the whole country, and that's really a way to get out there. That's the best thing to do. You can play in Cape up and down Main Street forever. You'll never be Pearl Jam like that, but you may do it for fun. There are studios here in Cape Girardeau, and the one that I have used, and other bands like the Dirty 30s or Mike Rennick Band, they've used Echo Studios. You can find them online at echostudios.com, and they do a wonderful job, and it's very laid back down there. It's in Scott City, so it's not Cape Girardeau. I know there are other studios here in Cape to record, but I would recommend Echo.